texting me, telling me that I'm an autism mom. Of course, when I tell someone that my son is autistic, first thing they say to me, have you watched The Good Doctor? I'm raising an autistic. Why you cussing? Why you cussing?
Something like this, that the graphs are not going to be, then it means your x-axis are going to change, then your Cartesian plane is going to
Good day. Can you all hear me? Good evening, students. Joseph, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Good evening, students.
Good evening. It's almost 7 o'clock, and we'd like to welcome you to our first class for FAC 1502. So I'm just going to wait for a few seconds before I start. And yeah, I'm happy to see all of you, and I hope you'll enjoy the class. So we can just give the other ones few seconds, but first, before we start, as I've indicated, this is our first orientation class for 1502, and this meeting has been recorded. So I have disabled all your mics so that I will be able to speak. However, as we continue with the class, you are welcome to raise your hand and we will unmute you. So my name is Clara Caesar, your lecturer for 1502. I'm new on this module. I've started this year on this module, so I'm happy to be teaching you accounting this year. I'm not alone. I'm here with my colleague, who is our MRL module leader, who is Mr. Mhlanhlana Mokgoto. I don't know if he wants to say hi to the students. Or before I go, let me just put on my camera so that you can view. You can see me. Can you all see me? I hope you can see my face. And I will just close my camera so that Mr. Mokgokoni will introduce himself before we start. Joseph, you can introduce yourself.
Good evening, student. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Mhlanhlana Mokgokoni. I'm the module leader of FAC 1502, and I'm also happy to see you joining the class. And welcome to FAC 1502. Thank you. Let me switch off my camera.
Thank you, Mr. Mokgokoni, for your introduction. And as I've indicated, we indicated on announcements, the purpose of today's class is not to discuss any module-related content. However, we're just going to give you an orientation of the module. I think I see a hand. Shongi? Okay, you can speak. Shongi? Oh, I see the hand has disappeared. So as we have indicated that today's objective of the class is just to orientate you through my UNISA, showing you and explaining to you how this module works. As you all know, this module is fully online module, meaning that everything, your assessment, all your assessments, all your study materials are online. However, you will be able to download some of the material so that you can access them offline. 1502, FAC 1502 is also known as a continuous assessment, meaning that there's no exam for this module. This module will have 4 assessments that you need to complete that will contribute towards your final year. So I will come again on the assessment information. First, as I know, and I assume and I hope that every one of you have an access to my UNISA and you are able to access your module, and you can see all the announcements, and you can also see your material. So I would like to remind you to say, first thing that you need to do in all the modules, including FAC 1502, when you go to the module site, please every day go to the welcome message, because sometimes we will be updating this welcome message with the new information that we think is important to you. So every time, just go through your welcome message. The welcome message is basically giving you the highlights of what needs to be happening on the module. As you can see, we're just introducing you the module, indicating that you've got tutorial letter 101, there's compulsory reading, and then you've got number 4, which is mandatory assessment, elective assessment, plagiarism, examinations, face-to-face e-tutors. However, I will continue and I will explain to you all of this bit by bit. So we hope this class won't be long. So on this side, we also have announcements. The purpose of this, as I'm opening, the purpose of announcements is for us to give you information that we think is important. So all the information that we want you guys to know, any changes, any corrections of an error, all the classes, the links, we will be posting them here. And unfortunately, you won't be able to respond to this announcement. Is just for us as lecturers to give you information that we think is very necessary to you. So if you haven't read this announcement, kindly go read all of them, because we don't want you to be sending us emails on the information that we have already shared. So if there's anything that you don't know, you want to ask, before you send us an email to fac@unisa.ac.za, kindly read your announcements. Read your announcements and also read your frequently asked questions, because some of this information we do repeat on frequently asked information, and we will be repeating.
Ms. Msiza, there is a hand from Sitle.
Okay, let me just allow Mike. Hi, Sitle. I'm trying, allow Mike. Can you unmute yourself? Sitle? Okay, so in the absence of you, without hearing what you want to say, you can post your questions on the chat as we discuss, and Mr. Joseph will be responding as well as I continue with this presentation. I will try to unmute you all as I'm going through, because I'm afraid that if I unmute all of you, we will get a lot of disturbance like we did when we're starting the class. But I've allowed the mics, but please keep the mics muted all the time so that we can finish. So as I indicated, we've got frequently asked questions. Together with announcements, we will be posting all the relevant information, important information, any changes, any updates, we will be posting them between frequently asked questions and the announcement. So the other thing I want you to do, if you haven't completed, if you're a first year, please try to go to this link of UNISA Academic Development Open Visual Hub. This site will have a lot of valuable information that will help you with your digital skills, academic integrity, and Microsoft Writing, and other important tools that you may need. So let me go back to the welcome message. So please make sure that you read. I'm not going to read everything on this welcome message, but I will continue. As you know, there's no prescribed textbook for this module. So meaning that all the study material and all the information that you need to know about this module is in the study units. So you do not need to buy any prescribed textbook. Let me remind you, there is no prescribed textbook. So everything that we want you to master on FAC 1502, we will give you that information. You will be assessed only on information that we have given you, on all the topics that we've given you, nothing more. So please do not panic. There's no prescribed book. Just make sure that you go through the study material in detail, go through the videos, go through the announcements, the exercises. This is enough for you to ace this module. You will get a distinction if you follow all the instructions correctly. Then we also have additional resources. Under the additional resources, we have given you copies of UNISA plagiarism policies, which are policy on copyright infringement, plagiarism, policy on academic integrity, UNISA student disciplinary code, because we know that plagiarism is the biggest issue and is also threatening the reputation of the university. Therefore, we want you to be aware of the consequences that you will face if you are caught cheating or copying or working as a group, because none of these assessments are for group discussions or is a teamwork. You have to study and be able to complete the assessments on your own. So please go
Ms.
through.
Msiza, sorry, there is a question from Unati.
Okay, thank you. Will we be given any in-depth guidelines in order to help us to study effectively? Yes, we will give you enough effective study. We will give you everything. As I've indicated, we are here. Whatever that we need you to master, we will give it to you. If we want to add anything, subtract, we will give it to you. So we will also be having classes before every assessment. And these classes will be recorded in case you miss them. So do not worry. We will give you enough information. We will guide you and if you have questions, do not hesitate to send us an email. Send us an email if you have attempted an example or revision and you're struggling, just send us an email. You can also make an appointment. We will call you on Teams and be able to help you with whatever you are struggling with. And also during our online classes, you will have an opportunity to ask questions. These classes will be broken down into different study units. So we will tell you which study unit we will focus on prior to the class so that you can have your questions ready for us before the class. Are you happy? Thank you. Then we also have study units. So the study units, as much as we said this is online, we also have made it possible for you to access this, to be able to download the study material. So how do you do that? As soon as you click study unit 1 to 17, you will find them being downloaded to your computer. You just go through, you just open it, and all your study material, including some of the examples, the links to the videos, whatever we need you to know, will also be in this folder so that you can save this on your computer. If you want to print it for ease of study, you can also print it at your own convenient time. However, we will continue referring you to this, and this study units, when we refer it to in the study units, will say compulsory reading. So it contains all your study units. So as you study, you can have access to this. And we also have tutorial letter 101, which is the most important document that is also giving you guidance on how UNISA work. Please read, because we will ask you sometimes questions based on this tutorial letter 101, because we want you to understand how UNISA works and how to contact us, the rules of the universities, the student support services, and we would like you to engage with this because we want to avoid you sending emails and being frustrated, because all the information regarding students with disabilities, plagiarism, everything that you need, please make sure that you master this tutorial letter 101 for all the modules that you are busy with, to make your life easy and to make the lecturers' lives easy. As you can see, yes, do you have another question? So this is recorded. Yes, this is recorded. You can see this recorded as I've indicated. I see the other question, the tutorial questions mentioning something about an e-tutor being allocated. Yes, we are still busy waiting for HR to finalize the e-tutors contracts. And as soon as that is done, every one of you will be allocated to an e-tutor. When is it posted? This recording will be posted also under announcements. Can you please mute your mics?
Miss Msiza, there is hand from S. Griff and J. Mabengeza.
Okay, I see 3 hands. So Cynthia, do you want to come first? You can unmute yourself. Okay, if Cynthia is struggling, can Mabengeza and Griff, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to find out regarding the online classes. Is there like a specific date?
Yes, we will communicate all the dates. Because remember, the registration is still in progress, so we are still finalizing so that we can accommodate all the